Hey guys, what's up? It's Emmie. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about nutrition and how to figure out what to do for your fitness journey based on your goals. So I'll be going over a couple examples and then giving you some nutrition tips that applies to whatever your goal is. So first things first, I want to point out that just because you're going to be in a fitness journey and focusing on your health does not mean you need to be restrictive, cut out all your favorite foods that are unhealthy, and kind of limit yourself in those ways. And you don't have to eat anything special. I get the question a lot, like, what do you eat? I just eat normal food, and that's what you're gonna do too. You're just gonna eat normal food. You're just gonna switch up maybe what you're eating, how much of what you're eating, and yeah, just play with like portion sizes and balancing out your meals. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So in general, in a fitness journey, if you want to lose weight, you're going to be in a caloric deficit. The catch is sometimes people may not be eating enough in the first place, and if that's you, you might need to go through a reverse diet, getting your calories up to a healthy place so that when you cut the calories, you can actually still be eating enough food to sustain yourself. Especially if you're going to be adding in exercise, you're going to be needing to eat enough food to fuel your workouts. But if you know that you're eating a lot of food, and I really want you to really look into how much food you're actually eating. So if you know you're eating a lot of food, you could probably just start out with a caloric deficit in general, and you don't need to go through that reverse diet. But a lot of people think that they're eating a lot more food than they actually are, or they think that they're supposed to only eat like 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories, and that's enough. And it's not. So if you're in that range, or if you don't know, try to track your food and see where you're at. But if you're in that range, you need to up your calories in general for the most part. This is just a general population. But you most likely need to increase your calories to a healthy place and then go into a caloric deficit. So personally, what I do when I am eating, I focus on eating enough protein. I focus on balancing out my meals. So balancing out the portions of carbs, fats, and protein. And then I also focus on eating whole, nutrient-dense foods that are minimally processed for the majority of my diet. And then the other, so that's about 80%. And then the other 20% of my diet is whatever I want. And that is where I still incorporate food freedom, eating whatever I want. Like if it's unhealthy, I can still eat it. I'm not going to restrict myself because that could lead down a bad path. So that is what I normally do. And then I also focus on fueling my body for my strength training workouts. So whether your goal is to lose weight or gain muscle or tone up, you're going to be wanting to focus on eating protein. My tip for you is to slowly increase your protein over time to about 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you're already eating a lot of protein, you can easily bump up to the 1 gram per 1 pound of body weight. But if you know you're not eating enough protein, start small and work your way up. Say you're only eating like 90 grams of protein and you weigh 135. Try to bump up to like 100 grams of protein and then slowly work your way up over time, like I'm talking weeks here, to that 135 grams of protein per day to equal 135 pounds of how much you weigh. Another thing is if you are taking a caloric deficit route, you want to make sure that you're focusing on whole nutrient-dense foods, foods that have a lot of volume. Because if you're majority eating like processed foods, you're going to feel really hungry throughout the day and it's just not going to sustain you. It's not going to provide the nutrients your body needs. It's not going to give you enough energy. You're going to feel really drained if you're going that route. So you need to start incorporating some minimally processed foods and kind of give yourself more nutrients, because that way you'll stay fuller for longer, be more satiated. Same with the protein. Protein will keep you satiated throughout the day. Another tip with protein is to eat it throughout the day. Start out with a good protein breakfast and then incorporate protein in each one of your meals and snacks, and that will help you get that protein intake up, and that way you're not eating a bunch at one time. And it doesn't matter, you don't have to have protein right after your workout. You can just have it throughout the day. What matters is the total amount of protein that you have each day, not the timing of it. And you might be wondering, what are whole nutrient-dense foods? What are minimally processed foods? Those are things like whole grains, fruit, vegetables, things that are as they are and they don't go through a bunch of processes. Like frozen food is going to be processed foods, stuff like that. So you want to focus on eating like whole grains, meats, fruits, vegetables, things like that. Something that I also want to point out here is do not limit your carbs. There are certain reasons why, like health reasons, why you may need to lower your carbs a little bit, but for the general population, if you're trying to lose weight, don't eliminate carbs. Do not do the keto diet. I promise you, it's not going to be sustainable. It's not healthy necessarily. And you'll just find that you'll be happier without eliminating carbs because everyone loves carbs, right? So you don't want to eliminate them. It's actually a pretty conception that you need to eliminate carbs to be healthy, lose weight, whatever it may be. It's not true. So I personally increase my carbs to lose weight and it works. So yeah, if your body is like starving and under stress, it's not going to lose weight. So you need to kind of manage that and eat your carbs. And another thing is for women, you want to make sure you're eating healthy fats and enough healthy fats. Our fats should make up at least 25% of our diet. We don't really want to go below that because it's not healthy for our hormones and just hormone optimization. We want to make sure that we're eating enough and that they are majority healthy. So like avocado is a big one, a nice easy one to get healthy fats in. Flax seeds are another one, chia seeds, coconut oil, real butter, things like that. You want to make sure that you are getting those into your diet, and also like more fatty meats are included in that. And yeah, you just want to focus on having those in your diet and make sure that you're not eliminating fat because eating fats does not make you fat. And one last tip for you is no matter what you're eating, if you're eating too much of it, you'll still gain weight. Like I've been saying, protein is good for you, but if you're eating too much of it, you'll have a little bit of digestion issues and you're still gonna not lose weight just because it's protein, you know? If you're eating a lot of fruits, but it adds up to like a lot of carbs, you're still not gonna lose weight just because it's healthy for you. So just keep that in mind as well. So I hope this was helpful, gave you some insight on nutrition, and that the most important thing to remember is to not overcomplicate it and just eat normal foods, just play around with the portion sizes, and just focus on minimally processed foods and eating some protein. So I hope this was helpful. I post new videos every week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.